Hi everyone, welcome. How are you all doing tonight? Hi Sarah, say hi if you're here. I forgot to turn on the background music, so give me 1 second. I'm going to close my window. Say hi everyone. So I know you're here. Pixie Moons, hey girl, how's it going? How's everybody feeling? We have quite a bit of energy coming in. We did have quite a bit of solar flaring in the last few days too, and some of it hasn't even impacted yet, but we've had quite a bit of geomagnetic instabilities, hence struggle talking today. What's up, Tom? Soul Moon's rising, how are you doing? Holler, Lucius Fidem. Sorry, I almost said your name wrong. Caleb Matthew, hello, new name, welcome. Thank you for being here. John Binney, hello, sending love from Scotland. All right, let me get some background music on here. I have to open up my SoundCloud. I'm so kind of wonky today. It must be the energy. Anybody else feeling a little bit wonky? Hi, how can I set a reading? Oh, Alexi. I have a store, an Etsy store. The link, oh, is it in the chat? I'll have to make sure to put the link for my store. It's in some of my other videos. For the Fascinating Faery, you can go in there and you can order a reading through that. Shadow Playjags! How's it going? How are you? It's been a while. I thought I saw somebody else show up too, and the chat is moving so fast. Sorry. Zara! I knew I saw another name that I needed to say hi to. How are you doing? I'm super glad you're here too, Pixie Moons. All right. A lot of I don't give a F attitude this week. Probably because I'm excited for the vacay. Oh, I have to text you when the live is over. Something unfortunate happened, but such is luck in this reality. So I'll hit you up either after the live or tomorrow morning. I'm excited for your vacay, but I don't know if we'll get to see each other. So we need to talk. Okay, let me see if I can get caught up. It won't let me post the link on my phone. Interesting, you're a moderator. I'm not. It's been a while, doing great. It's great to see everyone. It's good to have you here, Shadow. Oh, thank you, Soul Moons. Okay, so Soul Moons Rising posted a link in the chat, Alexi, so it will take you to the shop where you can order a reading from me. Word up, John Vinny. That was from Lucius. So everybody, Lucius in the chat is the ex, if you've been following my videos, but he's also my bandmate. So we recently started our new band, Ritual 216, and it's very, very new, but we do have a TikTok. So if you want to see some of the covers that we've done, those are on TikTok. Some of the original songs are, actually, I think there is some original. I think there's some of Lucius's originals on there. But we're going to have more soon. We're just kind of breaking in. We're also going to be doing a little bit of a saga, like, throughout the videos. And then once we get them all done, we're going to put them together and do a little bit of a saga from beginning to end, kind of how our relationship started and how it ended up. Because there's a lot to learn. Those of you that have been following me for a really long time have kind of seen my journey unfold quite dramatically, if I must say so. What's the word, love? Yes. Okay, so I want to get my SoundCloud on so that we can have some background music. It's so quiet in here, it feels almost eerie. Let me know in the chat how you guys are all feeling right now with these solar flares. We had an M-class flare like a couple days ago, and then we had a C-class flare that went darn near close to M-class. There was like multiple. It was the way that Mr. MBB, or I'm saying that wrong, MB333 described it was like a tsunami from the sun. So if you look at the graph on the SWPC, the flaring is kind of, instead of it being like a flare and a drop, a flare and a drop, it's like a flare zigzag. So it looks like almost like 5 or 6, like bam, 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 all in a row. So I don't know if you guys have been feeling that over the last couple days. I've definitely been feeling it. I've been a little bit wonky. Brain's been a little bit wonky. Rock opera. Interesting you say that. That's kind of the frequency we've been playing around with lately. A bit exhausted, honestly. I need to regroup my energy. I know the feeling, Zara. Let me know if you had a chance to do that hypnosis I sent you yet. Caleb, Matthew, any downloads about relationships, just how to break up heavy energy? You're not the only one, Caleb. A lot of people, not just me, not just you, a lot of people are going through breakups right now. This is kind of, I think we're going into Scorpio full moon. This is really typical of that kind of energy. It's very much a transitional, a death and rebirth energy. It brings out your shadows and makes you really look at things that you don't want to look at sometimes. For me, I've had to work on a lot of my own shadows within relationships, how I interact within relationships, and all of that good stuff. So it's been an interesting experience. I've been having to use music as a form of expression to channel through a lot of my anger, a lot of my kind of what I would perceive as more of like a lack or a loss feeling or consciousness. Instead of allowing that energy to kind of dwindle me down, pull me down, drain my energy, and kind of sit in that energy, I allow myself to feel it, but I express it through music so that it's not staying inside my body. It's actually being channeled outside of my body through energy and through that higher vibration of music. Because even when you're, channeling that anger, that rage through the music, you're not holding it into your body. So you actually feel better. You're not sitting there like, oh, until you want to go curl under your blanket and hide and, isolate yourself from the world. Heavy as F. On the 27th. Okay. Oh, that's when the full moon is? Of course it would be on the 27th. Been feeling exhausted physically and psychically. Pixie, I've had so many visions like the past 10 days. It's been insane. It's very much like when I first had my awakening and I was just getting them all the time. I've had kind of an uptick in my migraines, which isn't the greatest, but the upside of that is the hyper amount of visions that have been coming in. So my psychic abilities have kicked in a lot. It is a little bit distracting sometimes because there's auras on everything. Sometimes I have to focus really hard to see clearly. My shadows have been like old friends come round to my house to join or to jam this week. We are becoming one healed soul. Aw, I love hearing that. That's beautiful. Yes, I'm sorry I have to get going, but have a wonderful life. I will email you about the hypnosis. Nice. Thank you. I'm glad you came. Have a beautiful evening, darling. But feeling more in your power. Yes, I definitely feel that way too, Pixie. Even though things have been having to break down a lot, and I could have allowed myself to feel powerless or defeated through the experiences, I didn't this time, whereas in the past I would have, and I probably would have starved myself and cried and just been sad, and everyone around me would have been sad because I tend to just as much as I sponge my other people's emotions into my body, I feel like I project them out on my environment as well. So I have to be really careful about what I take in and also what I give out. Scorpio, full moon, and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Ooh, that sounds like a gnarly combination. So you're looking at, you know, transformation, death and rebirth, significant lessons, working through kind of the darker sides of our personality, our shadows, the way that we love, with more depth. It's more of that depth. Sometimes people could even call it a darker form of love. It's just another frequency. Okay, so let's get some tunes on here. See what we got. Okay, cool. We got some music. If it gets too loud, let me know. It's so quiet. I have a hard time with the quiet. Okay, yes, heightened intuition. Been channeling through dance. I also realized why I feel so tired in the mornings because I am traveling in my sleep. Yes. So one of the things I've noticed, and I'm glad you mentioned this, is the more I have lucid forms of dreaming where I go into the dream state and I realize that I'm in a dream. I start, you know, working within the dream. I don't always have significant recall. Sometimes I do, but I always wake up significantly more tired. And I'll wake up feeling like if I can't remember the dreams, I'll just remember that I was dreaming a lot. And I'll remember, you know, it's kind of that significant of the lucidity and the vividness of the dreams. Okay, hopefully I haven't missed anyone's questions. If I did, just feel free to retype them in the chat. If not, I'll go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper into the topic of tonight's live stream. So one of the things, and I touched on this briefly, you know, a few moments ago, but one of the ways that we can work through negative experiences and negative emotions. So say you go through a bad breakup, say you lose your job, say you get kicked out of the house, something happens in your reality that would be considered like a tower moment. So in that time space, that experience, you're going to feel emotions that could be perceived as negative. So you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel angry, you're going to feel taken advantage of, you're going to feel hurt. So instead of allowing those emotions and those feelings to bring you down and weigh you down and stay stuck into your body to fester and become, you know, wounds that draw in more lessons. Like, who wants that? So you can take those feelings and you can feel them because you have to feel them in order to release them. You can't just pretend like, you know, there's something there that isn't. So if you're sad about something, you need to feel that sadness. But you also don't want to hold it in your body. So a great way to express that sadness would be through a piece of art. So if you're somebody who draw a picture that would express the sadness that you feel. Whether this is, you know, a picture of a person who looks kind of sad or it's something totally abstract. I want you to take that sadness and I want you to put it into the picture. I don't want you to keep it in your body. I want you to take it out of your body and put it into that picture. If you're somebody who sings, sing a song that resonates with how you're feeling in that moment. If you're angry, find kind of an angry song and sing that angry song so that you can feel that anger without holding it in your body. If you are somebody who writes music, write an angry song so you're not holding that anger inside your body because it will fester. If you can get it out of your body through some kind of an expression, artistic expressions are the most positive way to transmute negative energies and experiences, then you're turning something that would be bad, that would be shitty, and transforming it into like a fertilizer that you can put into the ground where you plant your seeds of new growth. This week's lucid dreams have been intense, ranging from missions to heal the planet and our darkness to 5D parties. That sounds like a lot of fun, John Vinny. Hugh Janice, tips on how to deal with constipation. I recommend relaxing, taking some deep breaths, and if you have a stool, put your feet up, okay? All right, Hugh, Janice, you'll be fine. I promise. Just deep breaths, put your feet up, try not to, pretend like you're in labor. If you've ever seen those videos where they do like Lamaze classes and they're like, try some of that, all right? Light language, yes. Light language is another way to channel emotions. If you don't have the words to say, you don't know any other form to kind of get the energy out, but you know how to speak light language, you know how to draw light language. You have an emotion, put that energy into the light language and, create something beautiful out of it. If you're hungry and angry, write a song about cannibalism. Oh boy. All right, Hugh Janice. Well, I'm rooting for you, all right? Yeah, drink lots of water. Apricot or prune juice. I think old people do that and it helps. So, do you guys have any questions for me about the subject? Do you want me to dive a little bit deeper into it? Or I can just go into the meditation and we can work on kind of clearing energy connected to negative emotions and experiences. Let me know what you guys want to do in the chat. Tila, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here. Apple juice works great too. Yes, that's what I always gave my toddlers when I couldn't get them to use the loo. Meditation. Okay, so I guess we're doing a meditation. Yeah, Lucius. Why don't you handle this one for me while I go ahead and get the meditation going. So, I'm going to just light my power stick here, clear the energy before we get started. I'll crack my window. Okay, let's do it different. Okay. So, cracking the window. Hopefully it's not too loud outside during the meditation. Okay. Oh, that's not good to hear. I'm sorry, Tila. Well, I hope we can help clear some energy, clear some attachments from past relationships. Yes, we can definitely work on that. Sometimes we are led into difficult situations in order to learn important lessons. That is so true, Lightwave Harmony, aka Kiki. Tila, stand in your high vibe power. You know your truth inside. I get the same thing from time to time. I feel you. I was just taking a minute to kind of tune into the energies. If you guys would like to, go ahead and start taking some nice deep breaths and begin relaxing into your body. knowing that each breath you breathe in, light, love, protection. Each breath you breathe out, negative energy, attachments, anything that is no longer serving you. And just take a few nice deep breaths till you feel your whole body really begin to relax. And when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and just visualize an anchor dropping from the base of your spine, dropping all the way down, dropping all the way down, moving through every layer of the earth. And I want you to go ahead and take that anchor and begin wrapping it around Gaia's crystal heart. Now I want you to breathe in her light. Breathe that silver white light into your body. Breathe it up, that anchor. Now I want you to go ahead and take another nice deep breath. When you're ready, I want you to send a golden strand all the way up as high as you can go. And I want you to connect that energy with Source and bring it all the way down, wrapping that golden white light around your entire body. Now I want you to take one more nice deep breath. I want you to bring the energies together right at your heart. And I want you to wrap them around your heart like a bow. I want you to go ahead and take one more nice deep breath and allow this energy to surround every part of you. Breathing in that love, breathing in that light, breathing in that protection. Now I want you all to bring your awareness right to the base of your spine and begin opening and expanding that root chakra, working on helping you feel grounded, helping you feel safe, protected in your now moment. If you're feeling any heavy or dense energy in the base of your spine, go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And visualize that energy moving down that silver cord, moving out of your body. One more nice deep breath. Allowing the energy to release from your body, knowing it no longer needs to be there as it is no longer serving you. Go ahead and bring your awareness up just a little bit higher and begin tuning into that sacral chakra. solar plexus area. Feeling them open and expand. This is helping you tune into more intuitive inspiration. Stuff coming through your insights. These are even gifts, talents that you may have been guided towards tapping into, but perhaps in some way you doubted that you could have the ability or work with that ability. So you were afraid to express that. This is also working with fluidity and flow. So as you learn to kind of tune into that energy, you could kind of find yourself in dreamlike states in order to start tapping into those frequencies. So allowing yourself to find that flow, however that is. So somebody had mentioned dance. Sometimes just moving your body. You don't even have to be somebody who knows how to dance, but just trying to find a flow within the rhythm of your thoughts, or the sound of your environment, or even the sound of your own heart, the sound of your breath. There's always a rhythm if you know what to listen for. When you find that rhythm, you find the flow. Skier satash arasar kier satash nutush arasar kier satash anaka arasatash ir ukursar kursatash ir uresir kursatash ir. Working with the heart now, you might feel this a little bit more in your back, kind of in between the shoulder blades. Kurasar sirasar kursir ikirasar ki asar kurasar. Sirasar sar. Kind of made my stomach feel a little bit nauseous, so kind of like doing a little bit of flipping around, something like it was like flipping something in the right direction, like it was facing the wrong way. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. That's just kind of what it felt like. This is working with the third eye. Use the heart to navigate the portals, the realms, when you start opening the third eye. It helps you stay in a higher frequency so you have less interference with darker energies. Tune into the colors. Look at the energy. What color is it? Is it bright? Is it dark? Is it moving fast? Is it moving slow? This is all information that will guide you to what you're working with. What energy are you tuning into? Is it good? Does it feel good? Is it dark? Does it look dark? You know, is it bright? Does it make you feel happy? Is it joyful? Or does it have these bright, shiny colors on the outside, but it looks dark in the middle? Pay attention to that too, because that kind of energy is present, especially when you first start opening your third eye. You have to learn to navigate through the energy. So the more you work with the energies by perceiving it through your clear knowing, your clear sight, your intuition. If you can see colors, what color do you see? If you feel something, what emotion are you having? You know? Tune into that because it's all information, it's all guidance, and it's helping you discern what it is you're exactly working with. Are you working with something that is working for you positively? Or is it something that's trying to kind of trick you? Is this trickster energy that's trying to teach you a lesson? That's just working a lot with the DNA. So these are taking old programs that would be considered like out of date, codes that are fragmented or broken or no longer working with the newer energies, and kind of rewriting them and reprogramming them so that the frequencies are more resonant with kind of the environment and the reality that's anchoring into this now versus old paradigms and programs. You don't want to be running on an old operating system. It's like trying to use a cell phone on an old operating system, but downloading an app that doesn't work with it. It's just the two, they don't work. So pay attention to things that are changing, shifting within your reality. Allow the shift to happen. It's because whatever is falling away was not in alignment with your path, with your resonance, with your frequency. Don't hold on to things that keep you in chaotic energy. I'm just kind of tuning in to see if there's anything else that needs to come through. I feel like that was kind of it. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Bring yourself back into your body. Start grounding your energy back down. Bringing the awareness back down into the root. Allowing all the sensations to come back into the body. And if you haven't already, you can open your eyes and begin looking around. I'm going to go ahead and get caught up on the chat here. Get our music back on. It's hard. I'm being treated like I'm still using. I'm trying to push through. Thank you, John Benny. I love you. That has got to be really tough. So one of the biggest issues I had in my relationship was shadow projecting on my husband, essentially accusing him of using when he wasn't because of my own fear. And instead of having a conversation with him, I would just jump straight into accusations. So one of the things I had to learn was that doesn't help anybody, especially somebody who's trying to go through a recovery process. What you can take away from the situation is, how do I put this in words. You know that you're clean and sober, and even if somebody else is making you feel a certain kind of way, if you can feel confident enough in yourself and in that self-confidence, that esteem of knowing that even if somebody else thinks that you're using, but you know you're not, it essentially kind of like creates this barrier between their energy and yours to where it can come at you, but it doesn't affect you. We can always choose to take on somebody's judgment and energy if we want to. We can always choose to see it, observe it, but be like, I don't know if I want to agree with that. It's not the easiest thing to do. It takes practice. But that would be my best advice. Just stumbled on this stream at a very low point in life right now. I am a musician, drummer, but thought of getting into rap to pen and express my emotions. Sid, do it. Even if you don't feel like you want to share it right away, just give yourself the opportunity, I have chills right now, to get that energy out of your body. Write it down on paper. You might be surprised the type of things that you write. I know when I start writing, especially when I'm channeling from the Akashic Records and I'm writing through my channeling, in the beginning it always starts off kind of like awkward and not very poetic, but by the end of what I'm my session, I've written out these statements that I'm reading my own words, and I'm like completely mind blown that this just came from my own hand. So as you kind of work through channeling your own energy through that expression of writing, poetry, music, rap, you're also giving yourself the ability to start tapping into communication on a more spiritual level. So if you wanted to start channeling your higher self, you could start channeling it through that form. This could be an ability that you have naturally, as we all have innate psychic abilities. All of our abilities are uniquely our own. So it's always a little bit of a game of kind of trying different things to see what you're good at. But we are all psychic, and we all have abilities. So that could be one of your abilities. Tila, stay strong. We are being challenged at the moment to make sure we have learned the lesson and do not repeat the same mistakes. Holy crap. Yes. Ain't that for show? I have never rapped before. Any tips? Sid Keeney, I rapped for the first time last year, and I rapped in light language, and I'd never rapped before. And I was still brand new at channeling light language live, like on a live stream. I'd always just done it privately, and I'm talking like after an hour of meditation to finally get into that vibration. My tip, don't try to rap. Don't try to rap. Just do it. The more you try to rap, the more you try to flow, the more choppy it's going to sound, the less it's going to sound like a rap, the more it's going to sound like, I don't know. My best advice would be don't try. Just do. And if you want to watch some of my old light language videos when I first, from a year ago, there's a couple light language raps on there. I did a little bit of, I mean, they're not great, but it was fun. It was experimental. Thank you guys. I love you all. We love you too, Tila. Actually, I wonder if I have one of my raps on here, I guess, since we're on my SoundCloud. I could look. You know what? My SoundCloud is in the information. Sid Keeney. Down in the bottom where it says want to collaborate with me, there's a link. My SoundCloud is there. And I'm pretty sure a couple songs on my SoundCloud have light language rapping in them. And I'm pretty sure they have a hashtag on it that says. I'm also scared that when I pen what I am actually feeling, I will be ostracized in a way because it is not how people think of me. How do I overcome this? Don't give a shit what other people think. Write it. They don't have to see it. And if they do, who cares? I know that's easier said than done, but we all need to stop letting other people's judgments of us affect how we express ourselves. We limit our potential so much as human beings because of our fear of what other people are going to think about how we're expressing ourselves. If you have darkness inside of you that needs to come out, express that darkness. Don't hold it inside of you, you know? And don't care what other people are going to think about that expression. At least you're not holding it inside of you. You're expressing it. You're getting it out. You're looking at it. You're observing it. It's not a bad thing. There's a lot of misaligned perception around how we express ourselves as individuals, whether it's good or bad. Don't be afraid to express yourself, you guys. Be unique. Be dark. Be scary if you need to be. Don't hold it inside of you. Don't let it fester. Sid, I think it's a good idea to write it and let the emotions flow out to transmute them and let go of expectations and judgments, especially towards yourself. Thank you. Sick dance moves, sis. Good news. Oh, yay! Good job. Awesome. Hugh, Janice. Thanks for the tips, everyone. Where can I learn this dance? Hugh, you can just sit down, close your eyes, feel the energy, and allow your hands to move in whatever way they feel they want to move in that moment. That is how you learn that dance. All right? Yes, they are intuitive movements, Pixie. I fear that I will draw too much attention to myself than I want to. Are you afraid of being famous? Because that's creating a shadow, a resistance of your own abundance. Don't be afraid, you know? I just joined this stream like a minute ago. Is there going to be a Q&A session? This is the Q&A. Go ahead and ask any questions you need. The meditation is over. Unless, oh, I must be super far behind because these questions all came in during the meditation. I just realized that. That's from like 8:44 and it's 8:58 right now. Okay, I'm gonna just skip through a few. This light language is bomb. Always makes me so relaxed. Thank you, Pixie. I saw dancing expression to release our shadows, heal ancient wounds, bring out our darkness, to feel and heal together. I saw waves of energy in a dreamlike state flowing through us. Thank you, Don Vinny. That was beautiful. Pixie +1. Purple, blue, and sparkles of yellow. Ooh, love it. Isn't it like 4 a.m.? No, yeah, I think it is like 4 a.m. in Scotland, right? Yes, just past. Oh, it's 4:44 in Scotland. Well, not anymore. It's probably 4:58 in Scotland. Just got back. Did I miss anything? Oh, probably a lot. I don't know. I'm super far behind on the chat. This song is cool. Thank you. All this music is on my SoundCloud, you guys. Available on my SoundCloud. Sid, you came to the right place. Many musicians here. Yes, this is a very musical community, Sid. You found the right place. At video conferences at work yesterday with 30 of my team. One of them came along wearing a purple cloak. That's awesome. I stepped out of my spiritual closet and showed everyone the rose quartz I wear. Yay, that's awesome. Thank you for answering my question. Oh, I'm glad you were here for that. Okay, cool. Yes, you're right. I should just allow myself to feel and use that to express. Just do it and not try. Awesome. Yes, know your truth, be your truth. You are perfectly unique, just how the universe wants you to be. Yes, shine the light on those shadows and bring them into the light. 100% stumbling on this street and was no accident. No, definitely not. Alright, I need a cup of water or something. Hold on. choking on something over here. Okay. I was dancing in purple, gold, and rainbow. Yay! You're right. I shouldn't restrict my own abundance. Thank you so much for the advice. Instantly subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. So glad to have you here and part of the community. All right. So that is all my questions. I'm totally caught up. Awesome. That's awesome. And so we've got 50. I still keep feeling that in my chest. It must be because my moldavite. I must be clearing something from my higher heart because we just did that light language. There was definitely some stuff coming through the higher heart. Here are the collaborations playlists I've done with Faery. Yay! Thank you, John Vinny, for putting that. I think quite a few have rap. There are some that have rap on there. Some of our songs that we've done together, John Vinny. Yay! Been drinking so much lately. By the way, water, tea, it's been off the hook. I've been trying to hydrate more too. I realized I was being really bad about it. I'm getting better. So, sorry if I seem a little out of breath. I'm still like feeling that in my chest. It's like a heavy energy that's getting moved. Some throat chakra. Yeah, I was almost feeling like it could be the throat chakra, but it feels almost like more right here where the higher heart is. So it could be kind of working with all three of these chakras, the throat, the heart, and the higher heart. I've also been doing a lot with this one behind my neck. That's why I have the pyrite necklace. Because I had such a stiff neck for the last like 10 days. And it was making the migraines really bad. So one of the things that helps me clear the energy back there is pyrite. So I just, made myself a necklace. I guess that energy is finally clearing from my chest. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's all pyrite. And it has been a freaking lifesaver. My neck was so stiff and sore for a while there. And it just like, I made it yesterday. And within, just from yesterday to today, such a significant difference in the stiffness and the amount of like dense energy that was back there. Definitely the energy, whatever was holding there, cleared. Finally, I can feel it draining from my third eye. And coming up, it was a series of connections that had to finish releasing themselves. So I guess that's something I should mention real quick before I cut this live. We got 10 minutes left, so sometimes when we have a significant issue in one chakra, it will actually have cords that are connected to other chakra points within your body. So say it's expressing itself from the heart. It could also be pulling energy from the third eye, from the solar plexus, from the root chakra. So as you start clearing the energy from the heart, it's going to start pulling energy from the third eye. It's going to start pulling that energy from the solar plexus and the root, where it had all those cords that were attached. And so it's kind of like, if you could imagine, if a rock had like a tarp over top of it and had different cords attached around it. So if you could imagine, each of those cords would be attached to a different chakra. And that overall covering would be like the trauma or the issue or the energy that was creating the resistance or the restriction or the blockage. And so as that energy lifts up to be pulled out and released from the body, you can imagine it like a balloon or like it filling with air and then eventually pulling up. Those cords are going to start snapping. So you may feel pops in different parts of your body as the energy releases from that. A lot of times when energy releases from my third eye, I'll get like my ears will start to leak, my nose will start to run almost instantly. Sometimes I'll get like popping and cracking in my head. Sometimes I'll feel it up the back of my head. When I get it in my stomach, I usually will feel nauseous, or I'll feel like something flipped. When I get it in my heart, sometimes it feels like like when you run too hard and you get kind of winded, that's what it feels like. When cords are like pulling from my solar plex or from my lower chakras, like the sacral chakra or the root chakra, it feels more like it's pulling down, almost like the lower half of your body. Like if you could imagine if you had a tail and it had a rock tied to the bottom of it and it was pulling down, that's what that feels like. Glad it's not just me. Sorry, listening, but journaling too. Awesome. We'll check it out. This seems like a very positive and uplifting community. Glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too. We are an everybody community. We accept light beings, we accept dark beings, we accept everything in between. We accept all of you. We love each and every one of you equally, no matter who you are or how you are. Should we so high vibe, even our darkness turns up to our parties. Exactly. Exactly. And we dance together, forgive, heal, and become one again. Yay! Feel super connected to you, Pixie, this week. You keep turning up in my consciousness. Oh, you guys must be working on something together. Maybe you're going on missions together in the astral. That's so cool. I've been thinking about you too. Aw, that's awesome. You guys are probably going on secret missions in the astral realms. Most important is to hold yourself accountable. Yes, definitely. Always hold yourself accountable. No matter what you choose to express yourself as long as you're being authentic and you're owning your authenticity, everybody has a role and an experience and something to learn in this journey. My lower half has been hurting. I went to the hospital. I had a ruptured cyst. But when I go near my mom and sister, it hurts way more. Need to do some ancestral healing. Well, when you start feeling up to it, Tila, let's do a little extra work on the ancestral healing, working a lot with that mother, sister, the feminine bond, the family bond. It's probably going to be a lot of work in the sacral chakra. Pix, Faery, yes, missions. Faery, I had not thought of that. Yes, creating music in other dimensions. Woo, that's awesome. Oh, here's a rap, one of my rap songs. I don't know, it's super short, it's almost over. I guess I can start it over. So this is one I did with one of my friends, Tatiana. She's not in the chat, but she's speaks light language as well, and I'll throw her shit in the chat when it's over. She's awesome. She's doing the la 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 la. Oh, bye, Sid. Have a wonderful day. Glad you were here. Alright. Well, you guys got an idea of that. If you want to hear the whole song, you can go find it on my SoundCloud. And I'll link Tatiana's YouTube channel below as well. She has some of her Asemic writing and light language art, as well as some of her own light language hip hop, and rap. It's really awesome. So I'm excited to share her channel with you guys. I hope some of you will check her out. She's totally rad. Get some rose quartz, Tila Valenzuela. Yes, rose quartz is awesome for self-love. Have a beautiful day, Sid. Nice. Cool. All right. So, 5 minutes left of the stream, you guys. Go ahead and throw any questions that you still have as we start wrapping it up. I might just cut it a couple minutes early if you guys don't have any more questions. I've been trying to keep the streams at about an hour. Amazing music. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody who likes the music can check it out on my SoundCloud. I think pretty much all of them are free downloads. So if you like it, you can just download it for free. You can play it on any device, anywhere, at any time. Pixie, yes, you have a gift to super powerful focus healing energy. We were working on a mission together to heal a specific area of the earth. Oh, I believe it. Okay, so anybody who's into like Reiki, ASMR, or both, check out Pixie Moons' channel. I'll also link her in the chat because she's been putting out some freaking powerful healing videos. So if y'all, oh, and it's 11/11, so that is a beautiful sign and synchronicity. Check out her channel, you guys. I'll throw that information in the links below once the thing's over. So you can find her. All right, and I love you all so much. I'll see you guys next Friday. I might have some new songs coming out before then, as I've been having to transmute a lot of my own emotions, kind of going through my transition. So you may see some interesting music come out. Just know this is one of the ways that I have chosen to express my experience and alchemize my situations. Yes. Okay. So I'll see you guys all next Friday. Mwah! I love you. Good night.